joined in the media center are Fred's 250 powered by Coca-Cola winner Parker Kligerman, driver of the number 7 Toyota Red Horse Racing Toyota. This is our 8th first-time winner in the series this season, 13 different winners in 18 races. This is Parker's first National Series victory. He has finished, Parker, second 5 times over the past 2 years, and you are currently ranked fourth in the points, 34 points back. Talk a little bit about what it took you to get this first victory and your race here at Talladega.
Well, as you've noted, it's been a long road to get to this first victory. 2 different teams, a lot of adversity. But today, I was put with some of the best people I've ever worked with and some of the best people I've ever raced with. And it starts at the top with Tom DeLoach and his whole Red Horse Racing team. My crew chief, Chad Kendrick, right here, and this entire team that we assembled mid-season to go after this championship when, my situation changed. And from there, we've been on fire, I feel like, and it was just a matter of time before we'd get that first win. And just glad. I thought, probably never dreamed it would happen here, just because I haven't finished a super speed race without incident in about, 3 years. But proud to have it happen here at Talladega, and just proud of this whole racing team and proud of the people that make this happen.
Also joined by owner Tom DeLoach. Tom, today was your 300th start in the Truck Series, and this marks your 10th win for your team. Talk about today's race.
It's not too shabby. Win on the 300, it kind of makes it really special. The other thing that's really special this year is this: every driver that we've had at Red Horse this year, we won. We got 5 wins among 4 drivers. So it's pretty special that everybody that comes here wins. This is a magic truck. This truck that Parker was driving has won Daytona twice. It won Daytona earlier this year with John King, and now it wins Talladega. So it's a pretty special truck to us. Also
joined by Chad Kendrick, crew chief for Parker Kligerman. Chad, you have won both of the super speedway races this season. Talk about that, about what that means for you.
It's pretty special. Before today started, I kind of told a lot of people I didn't really like super speedway racing. Right now, I'm kind of liking it a lot. But there again, I mean, we with the Toyotas and the engines from Joe Gibbs, I mean, I feel like with the trucks we have and the driver I had a leg up on the competition, and it's just a matter of missing a couple things and then putting yourself in the right position. And we missed a couple things, and Parker put the truck in really good positions. But it's pretty, I guess it's starting to sink in now, maybe. But I don't want to be known as the guy who wins the super speedways. I want to be known as the guy who can win anywhere. And I think now that Parker's got that first win behind him, we're going to really turn it on now. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, we'll open up for questions in the media center. Start with Reed.
Reed Spencer with NASCAR Wire Service. Parker, when you finish second 5 times before you get the win, do you ever start to feel like, maybe it's not going to come? Or were you confident that you were going to get it eventually? And could you talk about any sort of sense of vindication you might feel having changed teams and winning with Red Horse?
What's your name again?
Reed Spencer.
Reed. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Reed, for the question. First of all, as you said, when you get so close to something so many times and don't achieve it, you can pick 2 paths. You can doubt yourself, you can doubt the situation you're in, you can doubt everything around you, or you can keep your self-belief, keep your self-confidence, and look at the positives of what you did to get yourself in that position each and every time, and say, hey, if I can do that, it's just a matter of time. And I feel like switching teams and all the things that happened, this team gave me a ton of confidence. Halfway through this season, it looked like my career was kind of, not on the upward slope I'd hope it'd be on. I hadn't won. We were 5th in points, but, we weren't really achieving a lot. We were getting slower as a team, and I felt like, my career was looking at a position where I was probably not going to be a part of NASCAR for much longer. And to come over here at Red Horse and have a reinvigoration of my career, I've just, I can't thank these guys enough. I can't thank everyone else here enough for giving me that confidence. And, there is a vindication because we won. So winning is fixes everything, we like to say, and it's fixing everything right here.
We'll go with Lee.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. You know who I am, right?
I know Lee.
Okay. He's my husband.
I know he is. I don't know why I didn't know Reed.
Just kidding.
Brain.
You talked about your mom in the post race, but wasn't it your grandfather that really stood by you through all of this, and is he here today?
Well, my mom was kind of the person that even when I wanted to get a go-kart, my dad wouldn't get me a go-kart, and he hated the idea. He didn't want to do it. And my mom and my aunt went and looked at go-karts with me, and they decided, hey, this is something that we could do cheaply, and if he is terrible at it, we don't like it, we'll just quit, and hopefully it's a hobby. And we went out and we won. And my dad didn't come to my first year of racing, so it was my mom and I going on the racetrack. And then from there, I did that for about 2 years and decided I wanted to go to cars. And my mom was the one that fought my dad day in and day out and probably almost caused their divorce through my racing to help me go racing. And that first year, my dad gave me that first year. And then at the end of that first year, we won a lot of races, won a championship, but my dad didn't want to do it anymore. So my mom went to her dad, my grandpa, and said, hey, you have that early inheritance. It could help Parker continue racing. And he gave me that, and that gave me my ability to race in 07, which got me my ride in 08 in the midget series, which led me to Roger Penske and eventually the stock car series. So she's been there the whole way, and she's been there the last 2 years when a lot of people doubted me. And, maybe if I didn't doubt myself, she never let me doubt myself. So I appreciate it. No one came here today. Nope, not yet. My phone's supposedly blowing up, I assume. So I'll say we did have camp horsing around on today, and one person that's really dear to my heart, he's been a huge father figure to me and a huge just mentor in my life, is Briggs Cunningham, and it's his daughter's charity. And we were able to get on the truck this weekend. Really proud of that. Thank you.
Okay, we'll go back to Tom.
Hi, Parker. Tom Jensen, Speed.com. Congratulations on your victory. You made a brief mention in Victory Lane about some problems with the truck, with the alternator, and what happened today?
Thank you, Tom. Well, yeah, first of all, I want to apologize for my post-race interview. I inhaled so much smoke from our burnout, I wasn't quite on solid footing when I stood up there out of the truck, so I had to make that short and succinct.
There is no drug test after
No,
this,
yeah, well, I'm just saying. But nonetheless, we fought every bit of adversity today. We had a bad pit stop because we had a tire hang up. We went to the back. We got sorted to the front, and all of a sudden we had I can't remember what happened. We had a vibration. I dropped to the back again. We came in. We realized all our gauges were going out. I mean, the gear or the dashboard for a little while looked like a Christmas tree for about 20 laps. And then from there, we pitted. We fixed the battery issue, and that's when we had that restart with Jason White and just said, time to go for broke. And we went for it, and it worked out. Thank you.
Jerry?
Parker, Jerry Jordan, kicking the tires. When he was in here earlier, Johnny said he was setting you up to make a pass. Had you even thought about that? What was your plan if that was going to actually come down?
Well, I'm not going to give you my plan because I don't want to give you what I was going to do. But I think if you want to know what I was going to do and what we were going to end up looking like, just watch the spring race, Talladega Cup race earlier this year with Brad and Kyle Busch and know that that's exactly what I plan on doing.
Any further questions in the media center? We'll go back to Reed and then Bob.
Read again. Parker, the hookups, when you got together with Jay White and with Johnny Sauter at the end, were quantum faster than the pack. Just wondered if you could speculate, even though they're completely different animals, as to what that might mean for tomorrow.
Honestly, it's hard to say because I don't know their package. I don't know what the teams have been working on. Obviously, I've been a part of Penske Racing for the last 4 years, but I'd say in the last 4 months, I've kind of fallen away from them and really what's going on with the race cars. One of the funniest things about all the changes we make in NASCAR is that the teams are constantly figuring out a way around the rules. That's our job, to figure out loopholes. And so I feel like with the temperatures you might see tomorrow, I could see the draft looking a lot like today. Maybe a little bit more side-by-side than you saw today in terms of pack racing. We saw that in practice. I just feel like coming to the end of the race, you're going to at least see a one-lap tandem, or half-lap tandem, and that's what will decide it. But I think you're going to, just like Daytona and the earlier Talladega this year, you're going to see a mix. And I think it's a cool mix. It puts a lot in the driver's hands, and it also gives the fans that racing that causes a lot of melee, the pack racing. I think it's just the best mix possible, and I think we have some of the best super speed racing we've seen ever in NASCAR right now.
Go to Bob.
Bob Hocker, Sporting News. Did you have to fight Timothy for this truck since it had won before? I mean, he is a little bit ahead of you in the points.
Yeah, no, it was never mentioned. I think, the 17, the 7-11, we're very open about sharing trucks. There'll be races this year where we'll use a truck that he used a couple weeks earlier, and he'll use a truck that we use, and just how the rotation works out. And I think, this truck kind of was maybe reserved for the 7 and Chad. I don't know. This is a better question for Chad because I think he has a kind of a affiliation with this, but I'm not sure where to go with that, Bob.
Back to Bob.
And when, also a question, when Penske hired Ryan, did you want to be let go from Brad, knowing that probably was going to end up being Ryan's spot at some point? And has that turned out to kind of be the best thing for you almost?
Well, when that whole situation went down, I said to everyone in my circle, my mom, my parents, everyone around me, I said, "It's the best thing that ever happened to me." And they kind of looked at me like I was crazy. And I just said, a lot of ways, in a lot of these driver development relationships, you can see when you come in so young. I came there when I was 18 years old, and we didn't have a lot of opportunity for me. There wasn't a lot of sponsorship out there. There wasn't a lot of money around, and I didn't get a lot of races. And because of that, you almost get a stale relationship. You get, almost to a point where they know you too well, you know them too well, that they can't say the things they want to say, you can't say the things you want to say to them, and it becomes a relationship where you look at, where's the future? And there wasn't a future. And so, obviously, when that whole situation went down, I think with Brad and I, we were just looking at the future of his race team, the future of my career, and in a lot of ways, it didn't align. And I think that, for both of us, it was best if we went our separate ways. I'm happy where I'm at, though. I definitely say that a lot of people commented when I've been around. I've had more of a smile on my face and a lot of things like that. So I've been more upbeat a lot. So.
Down up front.
Hey, Parker, Roger Holtzclaw, SpeedwayMedia.com. Today, I believe, marks your 7th start with Red Horse Racing, and looks like it also makes your 5th top 5 out of those 7 starts. So that's a pretty impressive record. Does that maybe give you a little feel of retribution after what happened earlier?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, I wish that said 3 wins right now and 7 top 5s, because I think that's what we've been able to, every week we've had the shot to win. And, it's just a testament, as I said before, to this entire organization, Chad Kendrick, Tom DeLoach, putting great people behind this race team, behind these race trucks, and eventually, Toyota, TRD, and Joe Gibbs Racing Motors, all this combined just, puts a great package together. And when I showed up here, it was, a little bit just like, hey, there's pressure on you to perform. Hey, these things are up to par. These are trucks that are up to winning par, and I haven't won, and so I had to come in there with the mentality of saying, I belong here. I want this, and if I want this, I got to win. And we've come close, and I'm just glad to get it out of the way now.
Any further questions in the media center? Okay, congratulations.
Thank you very
Chad?
much. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thanks for sticking around.